Hey guys, it's ViewMasters Reactions, and we're back with Campaign 2, Episode 21, Talks Machina. I just saw, we have Caleb, we have Beau, the two who are involved in Bowlgate is what you guys told me. We just watched the live stream last night. I already thought we had a lot to talk about. We almost lost Beau. Ford gets knocked unconscious, is going underwater, his mariner's armor floats him and possibly saves his life. Regardless, he was down for the count and he survived. The two of them survive. Then we have this whole thing going on with Mark Humes, Cali, Mark Humes' character, and Caleb. Caleb is saying, I know you want this bowl, but how do I know what you're going to do with it for sure? And then Beau intervenes, and you guys explained it to me, and I obviously saw it. But honestly, I 100% side with Caleb. That's why I wore Caleb's shirt. Let's just jump in. I'm assuming a great deal of Talks Machina will be that, and it's an hour long. So you guys want to see more of what I do, full unedited episodes, all the shows on the channel, seasons out of what you're seeing, hundreds of exclusives you'll only see on Patreon, the links at the end, dozens of shows you'll never see on YouTube. I just don't have the time to edit it all. Doctor Who, Person of Interest, Stargate, all into extra seasons. Go check it out. If not, jumping in, Campaign 2, Episode 21, Talks Machina. I forget what the decibel level I gotta turn this to on Talks Machina.
Well, gang, we begin tonight's
I'm gonna crank it.
discussion as we begin all night's discussions with crit roll stats
Oh, yeah!
from our friends.
Just
at
an
Crit Roll Stats.
hour of crit roll stats, right?
It's gonna be 90 minutes of stats.
An
tonight.
hour of crit roll stats. Why the
This
zoom in on
is
Marisha
the first
there?
episode of the new campaign to surpass 4 hours of gameplay.
Oh, I said that was a long
Well,
live
it's bound
stream.
to happen,
It
really.
was. Yep.
That was a
4 hours,
long
7
live
minutes,
stream, one of the
27
longest we had
seconds,
yet.
about 17.5
2
minutes
hours
longer
after
than
the
the
break.
runner-up, which was episode 13, as we all know.
Oh, of course. Of
Beau
course.
got
Episode
her 30th
13.
natural 20 in this episode.
Mazel tov.
Can I borrow your dice? I have a game Friday.
Beau with the natural 20s.
No.
She continues to have the most nat 20s, with Nott in a distant, their words, not mine, second place with 19. So we have 11 more.
Oh my God.
than Sam
pretty
does.
Beau is,
Yeah.
holy
Is that because
crap.
you just hit a ton, right? Do we think?
We hit a
hitting.
bunch in one
Hit-
episode.
Lots of hits.
3 to 4 times around now.
Right. Like the people.
I'm pretty
back
sure
to
she
Philip
hit
because of all
4
his-
in one
his
episode.
luck
You're
rolls.
rolling more.
Yeah.
4 or 5
Yeah.
maybe.
Or it could
There's a
just be
lot
that
in one of
Beau
them.
is an amazing martial artist who has trained her whole life.
Yeah.
And it's just paying off.
Yeah,
Let's go
pretty
with
great.
that one.
That's how I choose to look at
Yeah.
it.
Let's go
I-
with that one.
Just a boss.
Choose to look at it like that
Speaking
as
of
well.
nat 20s, guys, the Mighty Nine rolled their 100th natural 20 this episode.
And
it
1/5
was
of it is
Jordy's
Beau.
Constitution save to maintain concentration on Hunger of Hadar,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
as we
Okay.
remember. Nott and Beau are tied
course.
for the most natural ones with 18 each.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Again.
Oh, that's right.
Lots
You
of
said
rolling.
Beau had
It's not for
30.
charity
Beau's like a
anymore.
third of their
I wish it
freaking
were.
nat 20s.
Caleb ranks third, actually, with 14 natural ones.
That's sad.
It is
That's sad.
Should we
That's
You're
sad.
not rolling as often.
So
No, not
Caleb
anything as
is the
often. I'm
absolute
just
worst
kinda
roller, and Marisha's the best.
feeling
Or
my own life.
not up,
Oh
not.
boy, here we go.
Wait, should we talk about the game
Beau.
instead?
Yeah, let's talk about the game.
Okay.
We don't have time to. I mean, do we have time, Max, to delve into Liam's?
Guys, Ford is still looking at me from the screen.
It's true. Hey guys, our first question of the night is for all of us. Oh my God,
That is,
kind of terrifying.
yeah, that is kind of creepy. I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty creepy.
Travis, stop it. Stop it.
The eyes,
good boy.
it's the eyes. The eyes, it's hard to
He
not
messed up his Eddie Munster hair. Careful.
be creepy when the eyes
Hey
don't
guys,
move.
this question is for everybody. And it comes
Like,
from
look at the
Screaming
pop. It's
Nerd.
only not weird because it's a pop.
How'd it feel to see that awesome as heck D&D Beyond opening? Holy crap!
Oh,
Holy crap! I saw it
Oh.
seconds before the show Thursday night.
Oh, man.
And I was like, is that a 15-part harmony? That Sam was singing?
Is that the thing that I reacted to?
You go.
I'm pretty
You
sure the
first,
D&D
then. No, you
Beyond
go.
thing is the thing I
No, you
reacted
go.
to
No, you
like
go.
a while back.
Bass Licky,
Licky.
the Sam singing part was the least surprising bit to me because I've known him for so
Bass
long
Licky.
and I've seen him sing about putting his finger in his own butt and IKEA and all kinds of weird songs, and so I know that he worked on the show Sing Off for 2 seasons, where he like wrote all the jokes and was around on set for 2 years of that show. So I know that Sam is
Sing-Off.
a cappella, you know, god
I
tier.
vaguely remember that.
But the animation is from my childhood, like age 7, age 8. That is Thundercats, Transformers, G.I. Joe.
Yes, it's definitely.
So Thundercats. The first 3
Thundercats.
seconds
Oh my
is so
God.
Thundercats.
It's got to be the one that I reacted to because it's
the
totally
drum
that
fill
kind of
reminds you
style.
of
I just
Thundercats.
can't believe we've gotten
Man,
to that
certain things, like
point.
hit you in certain ways.
'Cause I
that you're
watched
not
all the
gonna
ads and
expect,
stuff.
And that was one of them, and I was just like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Travis and Sam had seen it before we all did, so
Yeah.
they're like, get ready. And I wasn't ready.
Travis told me, he's like, I've watched it 50 times. I'm like, really? He's like, you'll see why. No,
It is very well done.
Yeah.
Cried.
yeah,
I know.
got teary for
So
sure.
easy to cry.
The
So easy.
YouTube.
So
I
easy
forgot
to
how many
cry.
views were on there, but it was some astronomical amount. Probably because everybody's just like refresh.
Yeah.
It's so fun. You want more. I want like 50 episodes of all of you guys prancing around like that, you know.
Man.
But I want them all to be sung by Sam.
Not to get off topic,
Well,
but
just
I
cross your
always
fingers
thought
and
when
your
you
toes
refresh,
and
I was under the
anything else
impression
on your
views
body
did
you're
not
able to cross.
accumulate.
Yeah.
I've been told that
If you
over
believe hard
time
enough, it'll happen.
that views do not
I read the
accumulate
secret.
if you refresh,
Hey
even
guys,
though
our
I'm
next
sure he's
question
joking.
is from Zundax.
I hear a lot of people say that, and I don't actually
some of
know
that this
anymore if
morning,
that's
actually.
right.
Beau and Jester, this is from Marisha. Beau and Jester seem to be growing quite close. Is Beau enjoying having
say
a close
so.
female friend, and how does she feel about Jester's every night's a slumber party kind of vibe?
Beau is deeply enjoying having a friend, and a friend who doesn't seem to question Beau for who she
I don't think Jester can question anybody
I think-
or judge anybody.
You know how there's those certain people in
Like
your
Molly,
life that can
it
kind of
wouldn't
just
make a whole lot
are
of sense.
immune to your assholishness?
Yeah.
Kind of feel like that's Jester to Beau, and
Your ass.
I think Beau just really
holishness.
appreciates having
I'm gonna
somebody
open
who
this window
can
briefly, and we're gonna hit the radiators.
just kind of bring out that
I'm listening.
whimsy
Yeah.
in her. Like, I think for Beau, it's like
Radiators.
appreciating a adorable little flower, or like those little pinwheels. You know, those pinwheels that you had as a kid.
Yeah.
You're just like, oh, look how cute.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she is very charming at all
She's
times.
so charming.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no, Beau, having a friend is new and nice for
I have to
Beau.
go out the
Yeah.
windows
She's very, very much enjoying it,
because
even though she might not
my
ever say
sister's
that.
boyfriend
Yeah.
is applying for
I
a
get
job
that.
with the town.
Danny, do you think there's anybody
And
who
I
can
can't have
overlook
that
my
in the house.
assholeness?
No.
So that is why we did it like that.
Asshole.
But it's
Asshole-licious?
102 degrees outside.
Assholeliciousness?
Is that the new Fergie single coming out?
Assholeishness.
Good
I like it.
callback.
Yeah, he's going out for a
Is it
city
sweet
job,
or savory?
and they're drug testing him.
Has
So I
anyone
have to
seen
blow everything out the
Michael
window
Caine?
and seal myself away.
Miss Sunflower 94 has a question for both of you.
Yes.
How amazing was Mark? What was your favorite moment with him as Cali? Mark was fucking awesome. We were just talking about him backstage,
Oh yeah.
Maybe I should open
behind
it,
the
or it's
stage.
really
We're on first
smoky.
name basis with America.
Yeah, because we hung out at the Stream of Many Eyes this weekend, which was dope.
Yes.
Marisha played on Sunday.
I don't want to
Yes, he did.
Travis played Sunday.
It's a blast.
Matt played as
on
a player.
Sunday. He did?
Yeah,
With
you
the,
were
the
there.
lovely Deborah
Matt
Ann
played
Wool.
as a
Yeah,
player.
those VODs, by the way, guys, are.
I wanna-
free,
I- we're
believe,
talking
on the
about
D&D
Mark.
Twitch page, so go watch them.
So
You can
I'm
see
assuming
a
we're
lot of
gonna
our
get
gang. Liam
into,
sadly was not there, but
the
a lot of our
Bowlgate.
gang played in games over the weekend there.
Killed him. I said, killed him?
Who did?
Is that the nothing.
Oh.
Said Deborah killed it.
No, I know what he said.
Oh,
I'm
I see what
listening,
you're
guys. I
saying,
just have to
yes.
make sure
Yeah.
Yeah.
everything is
He
correct.
He was great. He was so
Mark.
at ease right away. And he's such a sweetheart. I mean, I've been joking about keeping him out of the country for a couple of months, but he's the nicest guy and fucking knows Dungeons
I want to
and
make sure
Dragons, and
they're not
there
coming home
was
anytime
no
soon
acclimation
because
period,
otherwise I
he was
gotta
right in it.
close that door.
And he's welcome anytime.
Yeah,
Welcome
he was
anytime.
He was
All right.
Once again, I loved how cute he was.
Yeah.
His appreciation for cute things.
Yeah.
Like,
It's like that's.
I wonder
like
if
him.
that
He said the
always
thing
Mark
about being pen
Humes.
pals with
Is that always
Jester,
him?
and
Because he
got
was
lost.
very.
Yeah.
He said that was a thing.
Suckers
Like he's into
for,
cute. Aren't you into
yes,
cute
and
things?
We're gonna try and Skype Mark in next week for a little bit to try and see how his side of the experience was.
Also,
Probably horrible.
next,
But we'll get to the bottom of it on Talks Machina. Sure. Marisha,
probably horrible.
D&D Coalition wants to know.
Ooh.
Sounds official.
Man.
It is. What emotions or thoughts were you having when it seemed the troll was carrying Beau off for good? Did her life flash before your eyes?
I like the question. Good way to start it. Let's not get to Bowlgate yet. Is it even referred to as Bowlgate yet? I don't know.
No. I had this question a lot of like, when do you think Beau will change her behavior now that she feels like she was on the brink of death? And no.
Honestly, I wouldn't expect her
I think
to.
Beau was unconscious.
It's like, it is what it is. Whatever. No
and
big deal.
Beau got woken up and was like, this is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Me as a player was thinking, this is gonna suck real bad if my character gets killed off and carried away and I haven't even gotten to say her backstory yet.
Yeah.
That would have sucked. But as Beau, I think she's just like, this is another unconscious night in a bar.
You think that she's like Steve-O?
I mean, in all
when he
honesty,
gets his
that's
test
how
bit
I
off,
would look
just
at
like,
it. So,
you know, you just gotta roll there, you know?
Kind of,
Yeah.
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 I think
Steve
Beau,
Steve-O.
yeah, I think in Beau's head, she's like, par for the course. This is
Steve-O.
normal, right?
that was an interesting Steve-O
bad.
impression.
Real bad.
I almost
Yeah.
want to hear it again
Yeah.
because I
Yes,
wasn't
it is.
ready for
There's
it.
actually a lot of questions, not a lot, but there's several questions tonight about thinking about what would happen if there was a death like that this early in the campaigns. Because
It would be such a nut punch at this point in the campaign.
Honestly, it would have really sucked. I just got the Beau statue
but man,
2 weeks
I
ago,
think
and then the arm broke.
certainly for
I
me,
told
but I
you
think
guys in the
most of
live
us
stream
are like,
yesterday.
got all this
The arm broke on the
stuff,
Beau
like,
statue
pent up. I want to see it
after
happen.
getting it
Yeah.
2 weeks ago. It
It's
was already
crazy
cracked, and
thinking
then I
about
was
it.
like, "Is that a
22
crack?"
episodes almost.
And I could
Fifth of
see
the
it
way
was
through the
like
campaign-ish.
snapped.
You're making me feel like summer camp's over and making me sad.
Yeah.
Fifth of the way through already. That's crazy. Yeah, because it was what, 115 last time about episodes?
Yep.
If it's the same amount. We don't know Matt's plan.
Yeah, we don't know.
Could be shorter. Could be 852 episodes like Naruto.
Could be 23.
I was gonna say, I literally was gonna say that's like Naruto or
23
One Piece, but I know Naruto,
he's like,
Naruto. I know I say Naruto
Get your
horribly wrong.
backstory out.
Yeah.
Because tonight's it.
My friends have given me such shit over the
Liam.
years
Yeah.
because I go
Darlette wants to know.
Naruto.
Darlette?
They're like Naruto. I don't even know if
Darlette.
that's right.
Wants to know.
Looking to the screen to verify.
I know it's not going up. 'cause
Darlette, yeah,
they're
sure,
killing you.
Darlette.
Caleb is very quick to send Frumpkin out to comfort people and tends to use his magic in very supportive ways to buff and support his team. Is this Caleb's way of expressing affection? And if so, do you think the rest of the Mighty Nine recognize this as an attempt at being affectionate?
Is it,
yeah,
though?
It's definitely an attempt.
I'm assuming it
I
is.
think different people realize it. Some do and some don't, I would guess. He is, people have like floated this online too, but Frumpkin is definitely Caleb's,
Spirit animal.
like he worked his way up to where he is now with a group of people. He started with, I've gone back, I'm just gonna say it. I've gone back and forth. I don't know if this will ever come up in the show or not, but he had a, no, I'm not gonna say it. I
Oh.
changed my mind. Sorry for the blue balls, guys.
Sorry.
I literally think he was gonna say I had a cat
flicking
when I
Cat is
was.
very important to him, and so while he's not,
He was
able
gonna say I had a
to,
cat
express
growing up
himself like
in
a normal person,
Caleb's
he
younger
does like
life.
to share the cat for small amounts of time.
I get it. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
You-
Sorry.
you're
He
like
pretty
that,
much said it. I
single
feel like he
guy
pretty
who
much said
decides to
it.
get
Caleb,
a
as a
corgi
child,
to take
had a
walks in the park
cat,
to
and
hopefully make
Frumpkin
girls.
is that cat, sort of.
Corgi. Yeah.
Like, in a way.
I can categorically say no to that question
That's true.
because of
Corgis
things
are
that
my
I know
favorite.
and you don't.
Yeah.
I want to respond to that with every question I don't want to answer. I can say no because of things I categorically know that you don't.
Yeah, that's cool. It's a really highfalutin way to say that I'm better than you.
Yeah,
I'm curious
Yeah,
because
exactly.
you guys said that Bowlgate is a
Marisha.
huge deal in the
Calico
fandom.
Jill
I want to know
asks,
when that
you
happened
said
because this
before
is so
that Beau's
soon
of the
after.
mindset she
I don't know
can't die.
if it's already been
Do
like
you think her
established
near-death
and
experience
stuff.
has shaken that cockiness or just reinforced it? Will she approach situations differently going forward?
question.
Yeah, probably. Once again, I don't think that it's that Beau is like, I am immortal. I just think she still has that young youth teenager thing of
That's
like,
how
yeah,
I
I'm
look
gonna
at
drag
it.
race this car.
You go to
and
the
everything
bar,
will be fine.
you expect to
Yeah.
fight and drink.
Yeah, I
In
just
real
think
life,
that
I lived that life.
it's less that she
for
doesn't think
decades.
that consequences can happen to her and more that she thinks that they won't.
Interesting.
Because I think she just, it's that cockiness. I thought about this a lot. Beau went unconscious and then kind of came back floating in the air. I don't think Beau knows, she doesn't know how close she got to real death.
Yeah, that's true
Maybe
too.
she was knocked out for a second, or
Yeah, because she technically was.
bad shrooms, or who knows with Beau.
Beau's been in enough bar fights to know sometimes you get a little whacked silly.
Yeah.
But
A little
all that stuff
whacked
that
silly.
happened with Caleb, and thank you for not killing me, by the way.
I'm assuming there's a question about that, so I'll
Several.
hold my comments.
Several. Yeah. We're just letting
Several.
people settle in right now.
Right.
Awesome. All right. I was gonna say, are we like? I'm like on
Remember
this
some of the
court.
other moments.
I was
that
gonna say,
happened
like,
in
are
the
we
episode.
still there?
With the finale.
No, dude. It was also at the end of the episode, as
All
Danny
right.
just pointed out.
All right. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
death of
Thank you.
Beau?
In my mind, I was
you
like,
feel
is
like-
it not a big a deal as I thought yet? It's a big a
Did you
deal.
feel like you had adequate time to answer that?
Yeah.
Okay.
It also made sense to me as soon as I saw it was Caleb and Beau. I'm like, how could
Yeah, I
it
get it.
not be talked
Yeah.
about?
And it shouldn't. I don't know. It's up to you.
Yeah.
Who am I? Let's give away some free shit, shall we?
Giving away Jean Val. Who am I? Jean
We like to
Valjean.
feature unique creations by you, the critters, including those epic gift making skills. Up first, it's gift of the week. Go, kid.
I am very curious now because now I went from is it even a big deal
we're back.
to they're like
Our winner
no,
for
it's
episode
a
21
big
of
deal.
Campaign 2 was sent in by Jason Thompson.
It is also, guys, I'm not even kidding, the hottest day of the year so far. It is 102 without the humidity.
Did you see this? This is so good.
Snap.
These go by so fast, they're so hard to follow.
that?
Everybody just pops.
I feel like GIF of the week
That was a
is
good one.
too hard to follow on a live show.
man.
GIFs, I feel like those are the
Congrats
type of
to
things you
Jason.
got to
You
watch
have won
over and over
the-
again in order to
And
catch it fully.
these Critical Role dice. Now, if you guys remember, these are the highly sought after red on black dice. Every one of them rolls a 20, even the D6. And
Even the
Jason
D6
Thompson,
rolls
you're
a
also
20.
going to be receiving this Strong Jaw Ale T-shirt.
Oh,
Sniffed by Liam O'Brien.
Strong Jaw Ale shirt. People were talking about those online yesterday
It's
on
worth so
the
much
live
more
stream.
now,
I
somewhere.
thought they meant the grog,
You can.
the Jack
Ooh,
Daniels
got it
looking
the left
grog
cheek.
shirt that I
And
have.
it's got a, it's
That
got a
might be
butt
what
cheek
people are
pat,
talking
too.
about.
And a smell in that order, guys.
Not the wedge.
Don't forget. Don't forget, you can submit. For
Marisha's
gifts
got
for our
a
weekly
very high-pitched
contest
laugh.
by
I've heard
emailing them
it
to
many
submit
times for months now.
at
Summit.
machina.com.
Submit.
Moving on.
How come it doesn't do it for me? It's not fun.
Liam.
Not fair.
Yes.
This is a question that was submitted by Land Shanties.
Submitted. He
Good
looked
job,
for it.
Chief.
He looked
Making
for
sure
it.
he's still awake.
He really did look. I love it.
Nott is pretty open about
Keeping
how
him on his
powerful and
toes.
capable she thinks Caleb is. How does Caleb feel about this? Does he agree with her?
About how powerful he is?
About how powerful and capable she thinks Caleb is.
About what do I think? I guess I can answer however I want. What do I think of Nott's thoughts, or what does he think of himself?
How does he feel about the way she views him?
I mean, she's weird, but so is he. He's not judgmental because they're both really strange cases. So he doesn't agree 100%.
I would yeah.
He's proud of what he's able to do, and he does think he's competent where he's competent. But she's obviously laying it on way too thick. But he's not. He doesn't feel the need to call her on it. I mean, it's like they're two crazy people. So what is he going to say? Like, you're out of your mind.
Answered as well as I could imagine it to be.
Right?
Only if people believe it, which nobody does. So
Yeah.
no, Caleb hates himself. So yeah, nothing really gets through that barrier.
I understand.
Yep.
Yeah. Those are the glasses he's wearing, ultimately.
Marisha is like staring him down
No,
with
he's not wearing
laughter.
glasses.
She's got like this
In his
laugh,
In his mind, he
his
is.
face
This one's for both
stabbing
of you
his soul.
from Kuti Patra.
What is it?
Patra or Petra?
Who knows?
I need to be
It's
specific.
Patra, P-A-T-R-A.
Cleopatra. Like Cleopatra.
Show me on the
Except
screen.
with the
Cleopatra. Okay.
Cleopatra.
Can I say it on
Cleopatra.
Hey guys, are either of your characters still remotely interested in recovering that 100 gold, or was Beau's near death to
I said this,
septic
probably
troll
back at the
juice
troll
enough
place.
to decide to let it go?
What is the?
I mean, there's still 100 gold kicking it somewhere out there.
Probably by the troll's tree. The troll, the tree we
up
marked.
there.
It's out there.
I think
I
that
don't know.
that
Why is
100
Mer-
gold was the world to Caleb a month
Why is
ago,
Marisha
but
acting
he
so
is
weird?
happily at a place where 100 gold is good money, but not worth risking his hide.
Yeah. I
He's,
get it.
he's moving up
Yeah.
thanks to his friends.
Yeah. I got you. Yeah. 100
I
gold.
still
Maybe
feel
it
like we
feels
could have
like
backtracked, or
110.
maybe on the way home we'll just
Yeah.
stop. We know where it probably is.
I mean, just think of how much gold must be left on the floor of that troll's den.
Yeah.
So much.
Yeah. We can double back.
But we could definitely die trying to get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's hard to say, really.
Yeah, it's not worth it in my opinion. I'm not trying to tell you.
I
what
feel
to
like
do with your
Marisha
game.
is acting very
It's not worth it though.
odd.
You don't want to?
I mean, I do off camera.
It's all the
Tell you guys
it's all the
exactly
rage.
what I think about your decisions, good or bad.
Hmm.
Liam, random guy Kyle wants to know.
Hi, Kyle.
Which party
Liam.
member
Oh,
other
I thought
than
it was
Caleb do you
Liam,
think
random guy
Frumpkin is the
Kyle.
most comfortable with?
That's easy.
Probably
That's
not.
not. Because
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Frumpkin
that's-
has spent the most time with Nott. Yeah.
Waste of
I
a
can't remember
question,
if this has been
random
said
guy
in-game or not,
Kyle.
or just between Sam and I.
Ka-
But Nott
I
has
could have. I would have
eaten
bet the house that would have been
Frumpkin
the answer.
twice.
No way.
Waste of a question.
Or attempted to eat Frumpkin
No
twice.
way.
Because Frumpkin, now this is Liam talking. Caleb talks about Frumpkin being a real cat, but this is Liam talking now. Let's be honest, Frumpkin is a fey entity, and when enough damage has been done to Frumpkin, Frumpkin bamps out and goes to another dimension entirely.
Yeah.
So I'm a little unclear how the rules work. I don't know if Nott tastes a little bit of blood and fur and then Frumpkin's gone, or if Nott just
If that was
tastes
the
Lucky
case-
Charms for a split second and then Frumpkin's gone. But
Wouldn't
we
that
agreed
have an
on
effect if
2
Nott kept
times
having the
Nott has
blood of a
tried it,
fey
has
creature?
eaten Frumpkin.
The
Eaten
second
it.
time was
I don't know
when
if that
he
does
went,
something.
okay, didn't really work out well the first time. It just tasted like air, like
Didn't
a rice
chew
cake.
fast enough.
Didn't
Got
chew
And that
fast
was
enough.
kind of explaining what
another
Liam was
shot.
saying earlier, where he's like, "Why a
But
cat?"
As a thought experiment,
And then he didn't
after
say it.
Nott, because
But
that's
I
the
know what
easy
he's gonna
answer.
say.
We've got this one, Ford, Molly, Yasha, and Jester. Of that group, Laura will kill me if I don't say Jester. I'll say Jester.
Uh,
All right.
Yes,
yes.
Hey, Yasha.
I almost did, but then I remembered that Laura would kill me. Plus, Frumpkin got to shit on Jester's horn, so
that's
that counts
true.
for a lot.
Yeah, that does.
Let's just say not.
You get a lot closer to someone once you let them shit on your horns. Well, guys, this question is for Marisha.
I like that was a good pause.
from-
Everybody awkwardly looked and paused.
It's from
Perfectly
at
done.
Just here for Marisha.
Oh my goodness.
How it's
We've heard that one
she's
before,
on the
I
show
feel like.
tonight.
Oh wow.
In the past, you've discussed how Beau relies on the belief that everyone is innately selfish and ultimately looking to save their own skins. How does she feel about nearly dying only to be rescued by people who could have easily just left her behind?
Oh, that's interesting.
That's why Danny picked it.
It's a sharp one.
Man.
Danny Carr.
Beau's gonna have to do some self-evaluation and get back to you on that one.
Okay.
on
Yeah.
how Beau feels.
Still processing it past this 12-hour period.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
Would part of her understand if they left her behind?
I think so.
Okay.
I wouldn't begrudge anybody that.
Yeah.
When you're dead.
When you're dead, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Begrudging's for the living. I think we have a shirt coming out that says that.
I think Beau would hope that we would all kind of be under the same assumption to do the best we could without risking our own lives.
Well put.
So she's probably just assuming that happened.
Yeah.
Once again, though, it's kind of hard though. Like we as an audience.
It's also
and
a
we as
matter of
players
your
know how
actions
close
affecting
Beau
others,
really
though,
came to
too.
dying.
Because they do care
But I
about you and
didn't do any
feel
death
a
saving
obligation.
throws. Like I was out and then kind of back in that same round.
Yeah.
so it's tough, from a Beau narrative. I think she
didn't do any life-saving rounds,
I
but
think she
Matt
knows she
made it
got
pretty
rattled,
clear.
clearly, and she's also going to be
She was like one hit away from
messed up from
literal
troll
death.
acid all over her body.
Yeah.
From all the acid.
For a second, it was that quick.
But I mean, that would also
Right,
explain
yeah, no,
how
none of that
quickly it happened, like
and,
Liam just
she
said.
does, of course, have the
And you are
recollection
dead
that it was Cali,
or
because Cali
unconscious.
has the levitation magic.
So you
I
don't know
think
what's going
she does
on.
have that, like, oh, this Cali girl, like, she's a sweetheart.
Yeah.
She didn't have to do that. You sweet little flower.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I'm watching
I don't
Liam's
know.
face.
I think
I'm expecting him
that's
to
still
crack
to be
up.
discovered.
Sweet
Yeah,
little
I
flower.
understand. Still very early. A fifth of the way, yeah, but it's still
fifth-ish.
still very early. I mean, we're still getting into the
Fifth-ish.
meats and bones of.
We're not
people's
even-
backstories.
It's gonna take me so many episodes.
We're
to
not
kill
even
all of my
a sixth of the
Yes.
way through, I feel
Yes.
like. What are
So
we?
many.
I said we're about 15%
especially as they
almost.
get
Yeah,
more
so we're not
powerful.
even. They're basing it off of Vox
Liam,
Machina
Metadate a girl
episode
wants to know.
length.
Metadata girl. I get it. It's cute.
Metadate
Yeah, I like that.
I
a
get it,
girl.
yeah.
Metadata girl. I like that.
Cali and Caleb's motives seem similar in that both are trying to hinder those who once manipulated them into doing terrible things.
That's a good one.
Did this
dig it.
register for Caleb, and did it affect any of his actions or emotions during the episode?
I mean, he of course saw the parallels, was very intrigued and curious about her.
Yeah, very
I
similar.
know we're going to get into this. It did not factor at all into anything that happened at the end of the episode, but earlier in the episode, yeah, 100%, he was saw. Like if they were to.
I love that
together
Caleb
for
is
a
like,
month
I
or
know
more,
this
I'm sure that they would have.
Gonna fire us up in a second.
Bonded over and talked about it, but it didn't have much time to register as they trudged through a swamp. So yeah, didn't factor in later, but and Caleb like really warmed up to her very quickly too, and I think that's because because of her nature, because she was easy to approach, and because of her her experience.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, and her half a scaly thing was very fascinating.
Yeah. Have you guys
half
seen
a
some of the
scaly
fan
thing.
art?
No, I don't see the. I don't look at the fan.
Well, not you, dummy. Of course you see the fan art. What a stupid question, Brian.
So cute.
No.
Hey, speaking of. Oh, yeah.
Oh yes,
I
that
was
was my
wondering if she
favorite
was
fan
going to
art.
get any love tonight because she was just sitting in the corner looking at
I
it
am
like
not
this.
kidding you. I
Hey,
forgot.
you
And I
guys,
literally said
I'm
how
a little
Jester is in every one.
Laura Bailey. I'm pretty good, but I'm made of soft felt. I'm home and I'm pregnant and I'm watching Talks Mock and I'm getting mad at Liam O'Brien.
She's not watching Talks Machina.
I think she is, and she's probably going to
watching
call him
Cops.
pissed.
Well, if she's
Probably going to call him pissed
we
because
miss you and we love
I
you.
feel like
We
Liam
love
has
you.
a very
And this is creepy.
This
and
is creepy.
maybe
Hey,
intentionally
let's give away
annoying
some more free
Jester.
shit, shall we? And then we'll. Oh yes. Oh wow. Oh wow. It looked
that's
like she
creepy
was
and
playing with a giant
weird
because he's
in many
about to kill
ways.
him. But yeah. Our next giveaway is for you fans that create and send in incredible art from moments during
I just
Critical
drank
Role. It's time for
3
fan art.
coffees in like 25 minutes. I might have a heart attack on camera. If I do, you know where
This
to
week's
find me.
fan art winner
Please
was sent
save my
in
life.
by Metal, aka @Vacaro Wendigo. Let's take a look.
The Caro
that's pretty
Wending.
good.
Oh,
I
the
haven't seen
Caro.
this.
Clearly a Molly lover. Ooh, look at that design on the
His
arm.
bones are on the outside.
I think he said it took 100 hours. I don't know if it was a he, sorry. They said it took 100 hours, I think I saw on Twitter.
So a fifth of campaign 1, got it.
Yeah.
Bones. Look
A
at those
fifth
bones.
of campaign 1 to draw
like it.
that.
Lots of detail.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Oh my god, it is.
bones.
It's like a hip bone. Yeah.
Bones, Doug.
The cards are out, rebirth.
Oh,
That's
Nicholas
pretty
was the
friggin' awesome.
motorcycle.
In my head, I was like, what is he talking about bones? It was like a
Was,
hip
the
bone with
motorcycle.
roses
Yeah.
going.
Sorry.
Is that rose? It looks like
look.
roses, or is that organs?
Yeah,
What is
see?
that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Are those roses that are in
serious
his
Flowers
lungs?
in his pelvic bones.
Well deserved.
Flowers in his pelvic
well
bones.
deserved. Thanks to everyone who submitted and congrats
That
to
thing
you,
is
Metal. You
friggin'
have
amazing.
won this Critical Role.
They got that.
They got this.
That's sick.
Yeah.
That's the emblem on the Mighty Nine box. I see it right there behind me.
We don't
Mighty
have
Nine
that
right
big
there.
I know.
I want
This
it.
one's
Groot's
this
on
one's
it.
going home with me.
I have a family
Yes.
of Groots on top of it.
Oh wow.
That's what I do. That's how I roll. Critical
Jeez.
Role. Vox Machina
so good.
Origins.
Gratuitous.
It's really.
And there's a
Really
slot
lovely
for the
book.
other one, I'm assuming.
It is
so
really a
lovely.
lovely book. Dark Horse.
That.
A reminder for those submitting, please include how you would like to be credited if you win. And just a reminder that our giveaways are currently only available to people in the U.S., Canada, excluding Quebec. Moving on.
Excluding Quebec.
Guys, also, too, go to our
We have
awesome
discussed
website to see that
Quebec.
fan art up close. You can zoom in. You
No,
can razzle, you can
it's
dazzle,
for no
you can
reason that I
snazzle, and
know
we'll
of,
also put it
except
on our
that
Instagram,
they're
too.
horrible people.
If
No,
you
I'm
guys
just
wanna take a
joking. I'm
look, if you
joking. I know a
wanna
lot
give
of you
the
are from
artist
Canada.
a
I love you
shout-out,
all.
give it. They work hard on these things, man.
Yeah.
Could we
deserve
go
it.
back to the shot of Brian for a second? What would we call the emotion that Ford is exhibiting as he looks over here? It's not long.
Shitting his pants.
Maybe, yeah.
Shitting his
I
pants.
feel
Shock.
Like, sort of like
Shock. Same thing.
Piercing your soul.
like a bashful
Piercing your
nervousness?
soul. I've said that.
Like, just like Travis, he's so
I feel like it's
unsure in life.
like you accidentally
What's
just shit your pants.
Oh, I can't show the Wild Things VHS, right? Nope. I can't lean it up against his breast.
Maybe
Alright.
he's just got to take
Don't
a pooper.
even talk about
Hey
it.
guys, our next question. It's time that we address the elephant in the room.
Can I lean
Can
the
we please
Wild
bring out
Things
the
video
elephant
up?
man?
No, don't even talk about it. Got some tight regimen
That was
over
Liam
there.
that made that
I know, it's
wonderful
probably
noise, by the way.
helping
You
to
can hire
avoid
him for
copyright
any voiceover
stuff.
needs. Marisha. Blue, yeah, literally any voiceover needs. Blue Man X Cat wants to know, why did Beau object to Caleb
Or is it
wanting to
Manx
wait
Cat?
to give Cali the bowl? She seemed upset at him wanting to control other people's lives, but he was
Could it
being
be
cautious.
Blue
Did Beau
Manx
not see
Cat?
it that way?
I think it's Man X Cat, but it could be Manx Cat.
Question has several parts, so feel free to break it down.
Break it down.
However you want to.
Here we go. Here we go.
Okay.
Halfway through, and we're
Let's
just getting
see
in.
Here.
Can I preface this entire conversation with saying that Marisha is one of my greatest friends in
My best
all the world?
friend.
Everybody
He's the
knows
best of.
I know.
We love each other so much.
I'll kill you while you sleep.
I hate you.
Sometimes I get jealous of your guys' closeness, and then I remember I just don't like people.
That's what happened at the end of the match, and I
Why
was
did
like,
Beau
she must know she did
object
something
to Caleb
wrong.
wanting to
Give Cali
give
the
Cali
bowl.
the bowl.
Did you not see it?
How did
as
she not prepare for this
him being
question?
cautious? Did you see it as something else?
I saw it as him being cautious, and that's fair, and that's warranted and justified.
Yes.
And I think Beau knows that more than anybody else, along with Nott, considering we have a peek into your backstory. From Beau and the rest of the Mighty Nine's perspective, we didn't see that whole interaction with Nott and Caleb and all of that transpiring. And when it came down to it, in Beau's opinion,
I'm letting her
and what
finish.
everyone has to remember is that Beau's not a hero.
Yeah.
In Beau's eyes, having this thing that's this potentially horrific artifact on our person, when we already have a dodecahedron of Jorhassian death with assassins coming after us, that was just another target on our back in business that wasn't ours.
Yeah.
In business that we had no knowledge or recollection of until we had met Cali. So with Beau, she was like, why, this isn't our jam, and if Cali is telling the truth and she is going to destroy this and actually wants to go out and destroy this cult,
A stranger
great.
we just met?
Bonus points for us. If she is lying to us and she does want to go out and talk to Tiamat, I think in Beau's head, that's another adventuring party's problem.
Not when
That's
we
above
possess
her
the
pay scale.
item that
Yeah.
That's not why we
controls
were
it.
here.
That's the point. She's right. If it
once
was
again,
a
like, Beau, you
quest
You
that
feel
we
like
didn't
it
want
would
to
come back
partake,
to bite you in any way.
we have the item
If-
that allows this.
No.
If she
not
did
in the
go to-
moment.
That's
Okay.
the difference.
No, I mean, it could.
They keep
but I
making
think
it
Beau
like
would
we
deal
don't have
with that
time
when
for
she
those
felt like
problems.
it was
Yeah, because
her
we don't
business
have
to
those
deal with that.
items. Or
In the meantime, Beau didn't really have any agency.
And then
to,
fine,
like,
even
know
if you
or
think
care.
that way, fine.
And,
You're allowed
you know,
for
and
your
I saw a
opinion.
lot of
Don't
people
grab
being like,
shit
Beau
out of my
is
hand and
Hallmark
act like you know better
reserve.
when I think you're
Wouldn't
totally
she know,
wrong.
like how
I feel like
potentially
Caleb is
dangerous
thinking
this
like I am
artifact
right
can
now.
be? And some people were like, I feel like it was an ignorant choice to go that way.
Yes.
But you also kind of have to think of it in the reverse way, that yes, Beau is a part of the Cobalt Reserve, and think of it in the opposite direction where she does know all of these bad things and tomes and stuff like that exists.
That makes it even worse, in my opinion.
What are we going to do? Go around intercepting
We
every
already possess
potentially
it.
dangerous item?
Yeah.
That,
Guys, am I
you
crazy?
know,
I said this
doesn't have
yesterday.
anything to do with us?
The whole debate
and
she's
that's just
having
Beau's
right now
opinion.
is
I mean,
irrelevant
it's- I'm
because
not
we don't
saying
possess those items.
It's the right choice or the wrong choice.
And I love
you know,
Marisha. You guys know I
It's the
love
character
Beau.
choice.
Yeah.
I just think Marisha
So,
is.
yeah, Beau had
You're
no
debating
interest
and
in
on
wanting
something that is
anything
irrelevant.
to deal with this bowl, and what she was trying to tell Caleb was essentially along that same lines. Like, you had no knowledge that this bowl even fucking existed until Cali came along.
If you give me something and you go, Jay, by the way,
beyond
you never heard of this
that-
before, but it controls the power to see
I-
God.
She was
And then
willing
I
to
go, I ain't
along
got
with
time
it
for that.
until
Here, you take
Caleb
it,
started
stranger I never met.
suggesting
Maybe you know how to handle it.
holding Cali
That's how it
overnight.
looks. And you know it's real in this case. Marisha's saying, I
and just
know
due to stuff
that's
that
real.
Beau has dealt with
I could say, what are you,
in her
fucking
backstory
crazy?
that
This thing, it
unfortunately no
doesn't
one
do
knows about
shit.
yet.
Just tell us all.
You just,
Right now.
Yeah, you know what?
Give me the exclusive.
If you tell us your whole backstory, I'll tell why Frumpkin is so special.
Oh, wow.
Seems like an even trade to
I
me.
think
The
let's
fact that
clear the
Marisha
decks
has
here
been
and make way
explaining
for
herself
that,
so
'cause,
long leads me to
man,
believe
just to hear his
she
part
is
of it would be
basically
great.
just
Please,
reaching
it's
right now.
Thursday
You're
yet.
reaching
Let's
for
just do it right
straws,
now. Do it right
and
now.
you're
Yes.
thinking, I'm just going to keep going
I
around.
understand
That's
where you're
the
coming from.
longest explanation we ever got, and
want
it was
to
a bunch
say
of
that
nonsense.
I respect the fact that you make bold character choices. I know that a lot of people.
But it's beyond, she just
online,
made it worse in my mind. She just
I
said,
don't know,
I am fully
maybe they
aware
think
of the
that
power of this
they
item.
gain some sort of strength by
And I still
giving
was
you
okay
shit.
with a stranger just
But
doing whatever
in the
with
time
it,
that
you know.
I've known you,
Maybe she's
you actually
lying.
are the one gaining the strength from that shit that people gave you. And I like that in the face of that, after the last campaign, you still decide to make bold character choices, even if they're unpopular in a lot of ways, because you know it's.
I
what's
am
right for
totally
that
fine with
character.
the unpopular
In my
choice.
opinion,
This
that
to
makes
me
your RP that
makes
much more
zero
solid
sense.
because
I
you're
will
going,
side
I
with
don't
you.
care how this is
You
gonna
guys
go
have
over
seen. I've been on
sometimes
the
because
on
it's
the
the
back
right
end
thing
of
that this
some of these
person would do.
debates. I'm actually
And I think
pleased
that's-
that I'm on
I
the
think that's
majority.
fucking awesome, and I think it's indicative of exactly how you guys.
It is great
have chosen to tackle playing this
to make
game
choices
in an
outside of
open
the
capacity
realms
like
of
this
the
in front
norm.
of people. Is it's like,
But
we're
not if it's
actors. We
frickin'
don't-
crazy.
Even if someone handed you a script for a video game part or for whatever it is, you're gonna own the shit out of that character. Because
I mean, the only thing I can respect is that Marisha believes in what she's saying, clearly.
And this is a
I just
character you
think
play
she's-
for a lot more hours than anything you guys end up doing in voiceover. And you guys know these characters better than any you've ever played. Anything you've played. And you guys came up with this shit yourselves versus someone handing it to you.
Can I, before you even ask me a question about it, I might overlap, but I want
ahead.
to toss out 3 ideas
Yeah.
about all this, because
Oh.
obviously there's been a lot of discussion and debate, and people are really passionate about it, which is fucking amazing that people care so much
Yeah.
about what happens.
I'm
in
so
our
curious to
Dungeons
see
and Dragons.
Caleb's opinion.
Right? One, I encourage everyone who watches our show to go watch the old Japanese film Rashomon, which is about an event in the woods. It's an old movie. It's a Kurosawa film, and something happens in the woods, and the
may have
movie
seen
is
it.
3 different people in thirds telling their account of what happened out in the woods, and every story is totally different. Everyone from their perspective of the
I feel like
same
I
event
heard of it. I
tells
know
a completely different
Kurosawa.
story. Different people are the hero or
Seven
villain depending on
Samurai.
who's telling it. Okay, just go watch that film. That's all I got to say. You get what I'm hinting at. The other thing is, like, I know that Vox
I'm
Machina
actually
was more
going to go
of
watch
a,
it.
like a family, obviously, and this clusterfuck of a-holes is not. This is not a Sunday school Bible parable class,
This
right?
clusterfuck
We're not
of
an after-school
assholes.
special where we're trying to exhibit people doing good things and right things. It's like a character study of some really fucking weird people.
They're not role models.
They're not.
I feel
mean, they
like
might
based
end
on the
up
way
being,
Caleb's
but that we're
talking
not,
and based
like,
on the
doing
way
the perfect
Marisha kind of scrambled for
after-school
answers,
special,
that
don't do
a
drugs
lot
Yeah.
of people
Character
are
study is the best way-
hating on
best way to
Marisha,
put it.
In the same
obviously.
way that Matt has
And
an arc
Caleb
to his
almost
story
feels
for this
bad.
campaign,
In his
each
tone,
of you
he's
are gonna
almost
have your own arc for those
telling people, like,
characters.
chill
That-
out.
is a terrible person and super compelling.
Yeah.
And then the last thing is, like, this is a game of Dungeons and Dragons. If Caleb can't decide, I want to have a moment, I want to do something, I'm going to make this happen and try to fix things with this group and propose something and have a moment, what's the point of D&D? If Beau can't be like, I'm going to grab that fucking bowl and stop this, what's the point of D&D? If Percy can't
He's
stab
not
the illusion of Raishan 3
wrong,
times in the back,
but he's
if
going
Bax
back to
can't
what I
chase
just
the
said, that's
green
all
dragon,
good.
If
If
Stanley
you're right.
can't go into a house and burn it down
In this
as
case,
a
she was
Tyrannosaurus
wrong.
Rex, what's the point of Dungeons and Dragons?
Yeah.
I don't want to play it if we can't have moments like that.
Yeah.
So
I
don't
mean, he's
care
right.
What gripe Caleb and Beau had together.
I mean, people
And
make
Caleb,
mistakes.
Like,
so
listen, I live
that's
in Caleb's
fine.
skin, so of course I associate and feel passionate about Caleb's point of view. But it's not the only point of view, and the point is not being right. The point is to fucking have fun and get into it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's
All
the
right.
point.
See how we
Yeah,
just put at the
I
end?
completely agree. Well said.
She
I
wasn't
think
right.
the,
But I mean,
the character
you're not
study
always
is
right.
kind
People
of the
make
right way of putting
mistakes.
it.
I just
think
feel like when you
what
do
we
what
do
she did, you're
differently-
going
God,
to
no, that's
extremes,
gonna
and you
sound
should be
super high
pretty
and mighty.
confident
I don't know.
that you're right when you do things like that. And I feel like she was flat out wrong. And what I don't like is she still doesn't seem to understand why she's wrong.
So I think we
It's clearly
like
like
making
misunderstanding
complex
how you were possessing the
and
item.
we
That's
want
the difference
to
here. No one's saying
explore
that.
and
We
see
have
what
it.
These complex
Like-
characters do,
no
because
one, like,
people
there
are
is bringing
complex.
it up to
People
her.
are complicated. You know, you hear a lot of people complaining about contradictions, like what this person said that today didn't line up with what they said 2 weeks ago. Yeah, I mean, have you ever had a Facebook post from 2 years pop up being like, remember when you said this, you dumb shit? And you're like,
Yeah.
oh God, that was a dumb thing for me to say.
Every person alive is full of contradictions.
Yeah, we're all full of contradictions. You know, and you're allowed to be upset at our characters, and you should. And I feel like that's why we as actors have jumped into this profession, is because we like making people feel things.
And the reason I say that this show scratches my theater itch is for this very thing, because
Yeah, it
it's
makes
because
sense.
all this shit is
That
happening.
all is
Yeah,
very
and there's
true,
no
and I
question
also
that she and I
love
were, like,
the
fucking
debate.
passionate about our point of views.
I
We were
love
in the-
debating
we
shit
were in
like
the
this.
kickboxing ring together.
But I feel like she's not
Like, you know,
explaining that she gets
we
why
stepped
it's
aside and
being
we're like,
debated.
ah,
She's just like, guys,
exactly.
I understand it's a
Also,
valuable
too,
item,
thinking
but we
about,
can't
like,
go over
so Melville
after
said a great
everything.
scene, a great moment
She's
is
not
about the
saying,
opposite of
I
what
get
appears
it.
to be about.
We had
I
it
look at
right
that
now,
scene,
and we should be
which,
protecting that.
If you explain it to somebody, you say it was an argument about a bowl, but it wasn't an argument about over a
Not at
bowl.
all.
no, it was
It
about
was
past.
It was about
experiences.
Exactly. It was about what's in the rearview mirror.
Control issues on both sides.
Yeah.
It's also how
Exactly.
it was done.
and being able to
Way
like,
beyond that,
have
it's
those
how it was
clashes
done.
and flush that
You
stuff
grabbed
out.
it while he's having a discussion with a complete
the red
stranger to
meat,
your
and that's-
group.
and ultimately
You snatched it out of
is
his
the stuff
hand,
that ends up bringing you guys closer
and then
together,
played
but
like
it
the
also
keep-away
is
game.
Probably
That's
very
all
difficult for a lot of
shitty.
people who watch the first campaign, or a lot what people are doing now is watching it in like a week and a half, not calling in sick to work and just like it's just some of the times I see people tweet and say I started last week and I already got through the first campaign. I'm like, what? Just tape the eyelids
binge
open.
watching. I
But
mean, I see it.
It's
Taping
gotta
your
be
eyelids
hard
open.
because there were some flawed, but some noble motherfuckers in Vox Machina. This is a completely different group of people that
I
are in a
find it
different set of circumstances.
fascinating, especially for the two of us, where like with Vax, it was like whatever she wants is going to happen. And now like I'm doing like 100 100 100 100 fail, dealing with her character. And it was only 6 months ago.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's like a psychological experiment, as
Yeah.
has
Yeah.
been this week.
Yeah, deep psychological experiment.
Yeah. I mean, that's what the whole
But
thing
like they
is.
said,
Yeah.
if it brings us to the
That's a
table
big
and gets
reason
us
why we play the
talking,
game. It's
I'm
not the
down.
only way to play the game or the only
I
reason
just
to play
wish
the game.
my
I think
favorite,
it's a
like,
big reason. Stop
I want
spilling
to
your stuff,
reiterate.
stuff on
Oh,
yourself.
her whitest of shirt. Her
This is the
whitest of
15th
shirt.
shirt Marisha
By the
has
way,
gone through.
after all this is said and done, Beau is still my favorite character.
This is why I
It
don't
has
wear
not
white
diminished.
short sleeves.
Like a red
Well,
lobster
it's kind of
bib
gotten me
or
angry, but it's
a
not gonna.
McCree poncho.
It's not gonna
Sippy cup that
drop
you can
her
tip upside down without
because
all
I
of it
will.
pouring out.
That's my way
there it
of
is.
chalking it up to people make mistakes.
It's not.
I just wish she
for crying out
got it
loud.
more. I still think she's not getting it.
Good God, man. She's
Like,
gonna
to me,
answer
it's not a
questions.
matter of opinion.
That sucks.
It's not a matter
You know
of
what's
right
cool,
and
though, is
wrong.
your
It's to
outfit and
me
your
very
mug kind
clear
of match.
that she is misunderstanding something or just not
Take some of
admitting
that water there.
that she's misunderstanding
Pour it on
it.
the-
Keep going, keep going. Ask another question. Don't mind.
Well, Drunk Graffinsky said, "Did you guys have to kill the memories of Vax and Keyleth that hard?" Which I thought was pretty funny. Okay, this one I like a lot.
Come on, come on.
We're getting to Vox Machina stuff, but
still alive.
they said they'd keep the spoilers to a minimum. So I have no idea what they're talking about.
That's not
I
a
already
spoiler,
knew
I
that
just mean, I'm
Vax.
just kidding. Don't
See,
worry about it, guys.
I already knew that Vax and
Hey, Liam,
Keyleth
Bacon Queen
had some
Vern
sort of
wants to
romantic
know,
connection.
Caleb seemed to genuinely like and somewhat trust Cali until he found out she had ties to Tiamat. What was going on in his mind at that moment?
I don't know.
We're
I think
also
it's a
coming off the
mischaracterization.
heels
I mean,
of Calamity.
Clarify it.
A lot's
Where
going on. So
literally the
Caleb was
devil
trying
was
to make good with
lying
the
to
group.
us constantly
Not
and
doing a
stuff.
very
So I
good
don't
job
trust
of it.
people. I don't know who the
Sorry,
hell
Beau.
Mark
So,
Humes
no,
is.
it's fine, it's
Callie.
I mean, he
Caliana.
obviously saw the
Carolina.
extreme
That's what I'm
parallel
thinking.
between their backgrounds, but then just had
Go to a full-on Liam while I'm cleaning my shirt. Come on, there we go.
Would you like my jacket?
That was kind of odd. I almost feel like they were doing it on purpose.
question. Even
I almost feel like they were
was,
doing
you
it on
seem to
purpose to
genuinely
watch
like
Marisha because it was
and
funny.
somewhat trust Cali until
'Cause we
you
easily
found
coulda
out
went
she
to a
had
shot
ties
of
to
Liam.
Tiamat. What was going on in Caleb's mind
I mean,
at
I
that
think
moment?
Caleb thought that she was probably fine until the very end of the episode, and she confirmed it by backing Caleb up in that moment of tension at the
Yeah.
end. He was just like, if because of the things that she was dealing with, he put on a different set of sunglasses to watch her and make sure that everything was fine. Everything probably was fine, and at the end, Caleb and Liam was like, this is probably extraneous. She is probably fine. She has been really good with us, but I don't trust it to just leave it. So the only reason that all that
Why
should happen is because
trust
he was
it?
like, well, I found out this.
When some
I'm
crazy.
probably jumping to another question.
If
I
you
found
just
out this
did
thing.
it
It's
and it ends up being
information
bad,
that people
everyone's
want
gonna
to
go,
know.
"Why
The
the
group
frig
wants
would
me
you
to be
do
more
that?
forthright."
What are you,
hey,
dumb?
Group, get in a battle formation. Hey, group, I found out this thing is really bad, so let's take precautions. And it's great because Caleb thinks that he has a bag of broken glass that nobody wants to touch, and it turns out that he's right.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So like even when he was, and I love how the episode ended, even in a moment when he was trying to do what he thought the group would want, he doesn't know how to do it.
And I also feel
Fucking
like
asylum for 11
the rest of the
years.
group should have
He
stepped
doesn't
in
know
and
how to do
talked
it anymore.
or
You
did
said-
something. I don't know.
I say I don't know
I would
what
like
any
to
of
know
this
what the
means
rest of the
and I
group
walk
thinks.
away.
No one
Yeah, I
really
walk
talked
away.
about it because we kind of just ended,
Why?
said goodbye to Callie, and that was it.
I mean,
Why not continue the conversation? Why just choose to walk away?
because I already said 10 minutes ago that Liam floating back knows that everybody's judgment of Caleb was based on everything that's happened before this day.
Right. Yeah,
I
yeah,
get
yeah.
that
Yeah.
easily. But in the moment, the things that Beau is throwing in his face, like the trauma, which is a very real thing, had nothing to do with anything that
And
was
I
going on
agree.
in his mind.
I
So, like, he went
100%.
back and
I'm
forth,
not
he went
even
back
kidding
and forth,
you.
he went back
That
and
didn't
forth.
even dawn on me. I didn't even. I
He
of
wants
course
us to work. He
realized
wants
the
us to work.
connection
He
between
doesn't want to argue
the
anymore,
backstories
and literally just
of
didn't
Callie and him.
understand why trauma was getting brought into it.
Yeah.
And like the best thing to do
Made no sense.
is to disengage. Like if he's getting that angry, if he's getting
I
that
have had
upset,
many
like, why
times in
build
my
it? Just
life
walk
gotten
away
into
from it.
fights,
And I'm
bar
only with
fights,
Caleb.
stuff like
I'm
that,
sorry,
where
just
people
jumping
go
ahead to
like,
all my questions.
bring
okay.
shit up that has
Is that-
nothing to
yeah.
do with it. Like, well, of course
Caleb
I know
has a
why you
queen
did
in this
this
group to
because
feel like
your girlfriend
people
broke up with you or this or
respect
that.
him
I'm
or
like,
think
what
he's
the
a
fuck are you
badass or
talking
think
about?
he's
That happened like
cool,
2
or, oh,
years ago,
Caleb,
and that doesn't
you know,
even have
help us.
any
We look
relevance.
to you for
Like
arcane
people
knowledge.
think they're
Caleb thinks
smarter
that
than
he
they are.
is
They
the
just
piece
want to
of
like
shit.
throw shit in your face.
So this is just confirming probably what he unconsciously wants, and all he needs is to get stronger and to learn more. So him feeling like a badass or cooler or everybody patting him on the back in this group doesn't fucking matter. All he needs to do is learn more and grow. So if he needs to shut up and just roll with it, and be thought of as an awkward bag of broken glass, as long as they'll keep him around, fine. Because he just needs access to things that he hasn't had access to for 5 years, and he hasn't, and he can't argue with the results that he's been getting.
Yeah.
And he's told her everything. So he can ghost if he wants to, but just like as he's analyzing the pluses and the minuses and what he's getting out of
Caleb
being here,
is getting
even though
to be
he feels
more
like
and
shit,
more
and the group
my
did
favorite
make him feel like
based
shit,
on this
like he
logic
thinks
and
he
way of thinking.
deserves. He's still getting
I'm not
something out
going
of
to
it,
change the roster yet.
and is getting
He's
that
gone up
unconscious
a
need to
little.
be told, you fucked up and you're a fuck up.
Yeah.
That's harsh, but that's the experiment I'm doing with this campaign as a guy that does not like himself.
Interesting.
Man, I feel like that does no favors to everyone who said I was being so mean to Caleb.
She is talking from her
Marisha
experience. She has
just
nothing to do with what
is like,
happened to
thanks,
him.
Liam,
She
you
is
just
not
made everyone hate me
responsible
more.
for him. He is not looking for pity from anybody.
I'm
He
sorry,
doesn't
then
want it.
explain
He doesn't
yourself
wanna be
better.
coddled. He barely
Marisha
knows how
is
to accept what
basically
Nott is doing.
thanks, Liam.
He
Then
misses his
then
mother and father,
explain
so
yourself
he lets
better.
that happen, but he doesn't know what to make of it. He just lets it happen.
As
So
far as
everyone
her
get
being
off her
around?
back.
Marisha is
Caleb
doing a
where he
very
wants to
bad
be,
job
which
of
is
explaining herself, and I love her.
moving towards
I
his
want her
goal.
to win.
Yeah. I get it.
I mean, I'm sorry, Liam
Which
explained himself so much
more
better and
margaritas.
already was in the right. So Marisha's just
Always.
digging herself
Secret
a deeper hole.
backstory.
I would have, if I was Marisha, I would have came out and said, guys, listen, I probably shouldn't have done that.
Under the
I thought a certain way, and then
Yeah,
when I sat
exactly.
back, I realized
D20
that we
is or
possess this
die.
very
Marisha
powerful
wants
item,
to
and this
know.
is a
It
stranger.
seems Beau has a pretty
I
clear problem with authority figures.
Yes.
Were Caleb's latest actions too similar to those with authority who Beau has despised in the past?
that's
Any
what I
connection there?
thought. I thought Beau was rebelling.
Very much so. You
Interesting.
kind of pretty much nailed it on the head.
But I
I
thought the
didn't.
same thing.
D20s
It doesn't
or
make
die,
it
didn't
right.
they?
I
They
rolled a
immediately
natural
thought
20 with
Beau
that question.
must have got some
And,
kind of
since you
backstory
brought it up,
dealing
like,
with
Beau
authority.
Bringing up Caleb's trauma was basically speaking directly to that point. Which we have since.
when I went off on
sure have,
Caleb,
'cause
this has
it's-
happened before with Caleb.
it's a lot.
When
This week has
Caleb
been a
was
lot.
the
Yeah.
guy I yelled at.
Yeah.
And then you guys are
this
like,
week
see,
will
that's
be a
what we were
lot.
trying to tell you. He had a backstory. It doesn't make it right.
But
I don't
yes,
I don't
it
care what
just-
Beau's backstory is.
yes, yes.
This is your
Yeah.
friend. Don't make him look stupid in front of
We
new
have time
people.
for a couple more quick ones.
But
here.
I mean,
this one
I'm
comes
sure
from
it's a
Vape
horrible
Ray,
backstory
or
that
it's
probably
Vape Ray.
traumatized her.
What went through your head?
It's funny,
when
though,
Yasha
how it's flipped.
successfully destroyed the bowl.
Where Caleb is now the one I'm defending.
That was awesome.
I didn't think it'd work.
Yasha's a badass.
Yeah.
Let's go to Yasha
Badass
destroying
sword.
the bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Badass godly abilities
didn't
hiding
Caleb-
somewhere in there.
Caleb poo-pooed that idea.
Yeah.
Gone.
Yeah.
Gone. Clearly doesn't know.
I thought Caleb was right.
Yeah, gotta
I
put
didn't
more
think,
books to
but
read for him.
then we remembered
back
that
to
dispel
the
weapon
smut shop.
or
Back to the
dispel
smut
magic was on the
Yep.
weapon. And Yasha has an angel blood, and Yasha also is super strong. So when it dispelled the magic, she was
Can I
able to
get some
destroy
ink,
it.
some paper, and some hand towels?
I would like high quality paper and ink and also whatever the medieval equivalent of Kleenex is. Thank you very much.
Yes. I would like all of your lotions, please. Our final question of the night.
Final question, guys. We did
comes
spend
from
a good deal
Miranda
on that.
Katie
About
Pruitt.
20 minutes on that.
Do you think the
Bowlgate.
group will feel a need to address the communication issues within the Mighty Nine soon?
For both. That's not up for me to say.
Well,
I
do you think?
don't think it'll matter. I feel like
Why
we
not
have.
for you to say.
I really don't have an opinion. I don't know. Caleb doesn't know.
Yeah, but you do.
But you do.
I don't know
He's
what if
asking
it'll
for
make it
us.
better or worse. I honestly don't know.
Interesting.
I don't know. I don't know.
Do
I
you
it
think
might
the
turn
need
into-
will feel?
now
I
that
feel like
answer
addressing it
says what I
at this
think
point is
should happen
pointless.
on the
People are already doing
show.
the things they want to
So I
do
don't
when they
know.
want to do it. They're not idiots. They're adults.
I mean,
for the most part. I feel like
think
at
it'll
this
go
point,
either way.
if you act the way you do,
I think with
20
everyone,
plus
and
episodes
once
in,
again, I think
we've
there's
already
been a lot of
discussed the
speculation that
communication.
this argument has destroyed Beau and Caleb's relationship to a point of no return. I don't think that's how conflicts between friends work.
I don't
Every
think
time I have
that.
a conflict
Hopefully
with
not.
a
I don't think
friend,
they're
I tend
done
to
like friend
grow
wise.
stronger
I just
with
think it
them
was shitty.
afterwards.
I don't think it's like destroying
Honestly, I
the
was
dynamic.
stoked after all this because I felt like it was a breaking point that we've all been maybe kind of waiting for. You know, and once again, like we were talking about this, like no one's asked Beau about her backstory. I think this has grounds to now.
Yeah.
You know, like
That's
no
true.
one's.
Or an organic way to bring that, to be able to bring that into the
Yeah,
conversation.
but wouldn't you have rather
Right.
done
And,
it in a
like,
way
and-
where
and
people
honestly,
are
like,
on
it's
your
hard for me to
side,
even, like, sit
where
here
you're not
tonight and, like, justify anything
being
that
beaten
Beau
into the
did
ground through social
without
media,
anybody
probably?
really knowing why she acted the way she did, and it's hard to even like try and justify it. So I think that it is a breaking point. I think it was kind of a good.
If she
straw
did it
that needed to
on
happen.
purpose for that reason,
To go back to what you said
that
at the
would be
beginning
different.
of the answer, though,
That's not the case.
about how some people
She's
speculate this is like a
saying,
friendship
well, now
destroying
it's just a
thing.
good
If
way to go
anything,
into my
really,
backstory. It still
I feel like
means
moments like
everything
this
you
are
did
what
is
actually bring
wrong.
people closer
I feel like
together.
Yeah.
if she came out and goes, guys, I did it on
No,
purpose because we got to
regardless
tap
of
into
our
my
emotional
backstory.
makeup and our
Then I would have
ego and
been like,
whatever else,
okay.
there is some
I don't know.
part of you
I dislike Marisha's
that
whole
appreciates when someone
debate
calls you
and
on your
excuse
bullshit.
over all of it.
And not that you're bullshitting, but on your bullshit, or
Yeah.
like that you take things too far, or whatever else it is. I try to surround myself with people like that because it keeps me sharp.
Yeah.
And it
I
keeps me
agree
from
with this.
becoming an even
But if
bigger
the people
douchebag
that
than I am.
call you
Those
on your
moments-
bullshit
those
are
moments
full of
create
shit
respect
and don't
they
realize
create,
that that's the
respect.
problem,
like,
and I feel like that's the issue.
communication, I guess, kind of going back to that.
I want
question.
people to
I
call
would
me on
adjust
my
slightly and say
bullshit.
that
That's the
there
point
has
of
been
everything
no
we
friendship
do.
as of
That's
yet.
the
They've
point
only
of
known each other
reacting
for
and
2 or 3
stuff.
weeks, but this
But-
could be. I'm not going to say it is, but
Yeah.
potentially is the beginnings of friendship. I mean,
Yeah.
at least with Caleb, he's been alone.
See that? I
for
mean,
4.5
I don't disagree with that
5
either.
years,
It could
and
be
then
a
had
good
someone who
starting
was like, "You're the
point
best,"
to
for 6
build
months,
off of this.
which is,
But I
has been
still,
appreciated, but
my
not
biggest problem with all this is
necessarily
I
what it
feel like
means.
It's not the
Marisha
same
is
thing
not
as having a
realizing
rounded-
the
It's like a slap,
problem.
wake up.
I know
And
tons of people like
if
this
someone
where they
gets
just don't
upset,
focus
that
on the
just
problem
means
and they
that
just
they care.
apologize
Like, you
and
wouldn't
think
get
they're not wrong.
upset if you didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
And that's true.
And I think
for,
Marisha cares.
for
I
real
literally think she
life,
don't get
too.
it.
Like, it's what our parents have always tried to tell us when we were shitty kids. Like, I wouldn't get mad at you if I didn't care.
Yeah.
Everyone, you know, has had that moment of someone telling them that.
And that's why I'm mad. I'm a shitty
And I think
parent.
people need to keep
that
that
cares
in mind.
about
and
my child,
I know
Beau.
we're like reaching the end of our episode, but I, you know, just as a closer, I just kind of wanted to like project that thought
Oh, thanks, Siri.
towards. Thanks,
She
Siri.
said thank you for my pocket. I didn't ask her anything, but she
You're
said thank
you're
you.
great, Siri.
Yeah, but you know what she's close to? Sorry, go ahead. I'd be saying thank you too.
My goiter.
My goiter.
But yeah, I mean, I tend to walk away from any episode where if I speak out vocally, being cautious of where I tread on the internet.
Yeah.
But if you're upset at Caleb, or if you're upset at Beau, or if you're upset at Ford for holding a sword to Caleb's throat, like,
Redirecting.
I think that art and that acting and that media is there, and these stories are there to teach us about ourselves and why we get these emotions towards these certain things. And
I get where she's going. I just feel like she should have been.
all weekend about
I
how
feel like she could have been more
fascinating
prepared with a better
Team
statement.
Beau versus
Not that
Team
it's a
Caleb
statement, but you know what I
discussions have
mean.
been.
It's been like a
I feel like she's
governmental
scrambling for
psychological
like
experiment with half the
ideas.
internet saying you
I would have
suck
been like,
and
listen,
half the internet
fuckers,
saying you suck.
I shit
It
the
can
bed
only
on that
come from
one.
people,
Sorry.
being way invested
Yeah.
in
They
in
deeply
what we're
care,
doing.
which
Yeah,
is like
that's-
it's amazing.
Yeah.
Like it's incredible, and like it's. I mean, we're truly blessed to be a part. Hashtag blessed to be a part of something that people feel that passionately about. So I don't know, like harness.
There's a
that.
difference between a conversation and like lashing out at the
Caleb,
actors, what
I
you're
salute
talking
you.
about.
This one. You
And
have won this
I
one, my
think that,
friend.
like,
It's a separate thing.
Yes.
I
It is
think just know that we're
160,000
playing strange
degrees
people
in
on
here.
purpose.
Exactly.
I mean, that's as simple as that.
Yeah.
We're playing strange people on purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like
We're playing
Without
strange
flaws,
people
without those
on
ups and
purpose.
downs, etc., they would not be interesting characters that 100 episodes from now, we're going to be really emotionally connected to.
Yeah.
You
no.
know?
Is
I
he
mean,
sweating?
No one wants to play
I feel like
Superman.
beads of sweat
no
just
one
went down
wants
his
to
head.
be invulnerable to
Not
everything
even
and
Henry
the best.
Cavill wants to play
Yeah,
Superman.
like
I mean, Caleb will kill Beau with a fireball eventually, so all this will be a moot point.
Episode
Not after
43,
I
I'm
choke
calling
you
it
in
right now.
43, remember that. By episode 43, we will have Beau incinerated with a fireball. I love how they're playful.
Goodness gracious.
God,
But anyway, we love you all. We love you.
We do.
And I love them both as well. This is
love
just
everybody.
angry debate.
Do
Not
you
even
guys
angry
love us,
debate.
though?
It's
Our
you
producer,
guys know
man.
how I am. I
Yeah,
rant and
Buff
rave.
Keanu
I still love
Reeves
them
is
both.
upset.
Us, though.
Caleb's gone
Well,
up though.
guys,
Beau has stayed
that's all the
steady
time we have for tonight.
at one.
Stick around for Talks Machina After Dark.
It's Machina.
Talks Machina After Dark.
Talks
I would like to
Machina.
hashtag thank my guest, courtesy this week of @Molly_mockery. That's cool.
Molly Mockery.
Mead bowl for frying.
Okay.
Give me the dish, okay?
Okay.
And I'm your host, adding Cali to the roster. That's cool, right?
Adding Cali to the
That's
roster.
tight.
That's my favorite of the
Spoilers
group.
message.
Of all the
Yeah.
ones he just
You
said.
can reply to this massage. Hey guys, Critical Role Campaign 2, Episode 22 airs this week. Ooh, 22 episodes.
22 episodes.
Until then, please, please, please don't forget to love each other. Goes for you too. Don't forget to love each other.
Fuck off, Ray.
Fuck off,
Don't
Ray.
worry, it's almost Thursday. Stay turnt, my friends.
Hadouken?
Hi.
I don't know, man. I'm out of
All right, guys, there you go. There's Talks Machina Bowlgate episode 21, campaign 2. It was what I figured it would be. You guys told me in the live stream I wasn't crazy, that the majority of the fandom agreed with my position. Here's my problem with Talks Machina, and I know we're going to talk about this further probably in episode 22 in the live stream. We'll probably talk about it more this coming Friday. We're going to do Hero Forge tonight. If you guys are seeing this tonight, Saturday, July 23rd, I'm going to be doing Hero Forge around 7, 8 o'clock, so go watch live stream if you want to check that out. But I just don't think Marisha's getting it. Either Marisha isn't understanding why everyone is angry, or she just doesn't want to say it and is trying to tiptoe around the idea. The worst thing you could do when you shit the bed on something, I've done it myself, all of us have made mistakes. I expect them to do weird, stupid shit and make mistakes. Sometimes maybe they'll do things like that and it'll end up being a saving grace. We've seen that as well. But what I hate more than the act itself is when somebody screws up and then says every excuse under the sun. We just saw Marisha, who is my favorite character in the show still. Beau, my favorite of the show still, even after what happened. Caleb has gone up in the ranks because of what has happened, but Beau hasn't gone down. I might question her a little and I might be mad, but I almost can't be mad because I feel like Marisha isn't getting why the problem is even a problem. I feel like she's looking at it like, sorry guys, I thought what I did was right. Sorry that I snatched it out of his hand and played keep away, but you know, I just don't have time to go on quests to find all these artifacts. And yes, I know this artifact does this, this, and that, but we don't got time for all that. We're on our own quest. It's a lot different when you are physically possessing an item that you know it holds extreme power. She's not acknowledging that. She's like, well, what are we going to do? Go around finding every totem or item of lore that possesses a power so that people can't use it for evil? I trust Cali. Let her just do something with it. First off, that's crazy. We literally just went through things like Calamity and other things where people who we thought we could trust are completely blindsiding us and literally possibly ending the world in stuff like Calamity. So I understand it is Mark Humes. It is Matt Mercer's friend. Maybe Matt put him there for a reason. I don't trust shit. And even if you say, well, Jay, you know, trust Cali a little. I'm not going to trust to give him a bowl that they said is so powerful that it can let them communicate with Tiamat or whatever you say. I think it's Tiamat. Either way, it's irrelevant what his name is because Beau is like, sorry, I got some backstory. I'm dealing with some shit and some trauma about authority and blah, blah. That's different. If you say, guys, I intentionally did all this to instigate this discussion so that we could all talk about my backstory. She made this big mistake And instead of being like, guys, I fucked up, sorry, she just made 20 excuses and goes, but if anything, it's a good reason to get into my backstory. I'm traumatized too. And then she brings up 10 other reasons why you should hate other people instead of her. I feel like that is the worst thing you could do in those circumstances. You're redirecting all the negative energy to other people to get it off yourself and then making excuses for a stupid move. It is what it is. I make stupid moves all the time. People make stupid moves. You own up to it and you just go on with your life. That I feel like is the problem here. I feel like she even acknowledged it. I feel like she even looked at Liam after Liam gave that great speech. I feel like she was like, thanks, Liam. Now you made it even worse. It's not Liam's fault that he said it right. Liam basically knew what to say and probably prepared a speech. Marisha's just like, shit. And you could see she is turning red and scrambling, and maybe she's just bad in front of people. But now they're into campaign 2, into 20 plus episodes. They're comfortable in front of people. I feel like she knows she fucked up and she just is having trouble saying it. Just own up to it. People love you more for it. I still love her. I still love Beau. We're jumping into campaign 2. Episode 22, but we're going to do Hero Forge first. You guys want to see more of what I do, full on edited episodes, all the shows on the channel, seasons out of what you're seeing, hundreds of exclusives you'll only see on Patreon. The link is in front of me. Dozens of shows you'll only see on YouTube. I just don't have time to edit it all. Doctor Who, Person of Interest, Eureka. This has an episode exclusive hour each episode every week. Check it out. If not, comments down below. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.